Badeo, Badeo, Badeo. Is this thing working, man? It's working, man. Badeo, 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 Badeo. Is this thing gonna work? Badeo, Badeo. Yeah, it's working. 3:25 in the morning, and I'm going live. I can't help finding that strange. Yeah, yeah. Badeo, Badeo. Badeo, Badeo. Someone to count on in a world ever changing. Here I am, stop where you're standing. What you need is a lover, a man to take over. Oh girl, don't look any further, further. Strange when you think of the chances that we both had in this state of mind. Too cool to be killers, looking for the right chance. Oh girl, don't look any further, further. Big man Joe in the building. JFNF in the building. Chris Marshall in the building. Chris Searson in the building. ZK in the building. Martini in the building. Ben in the building. Was that Chris Marshall? Santa Rose. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Moo in the building. Nelson 16 in the building. Jackson in the building. Wacky Lackey in the building. Big Motive Entertainment in the building. ZY in the building. What's that? L in the building. Ophelia in the building. Ophelia in the building. One in the building. Daddy Pooh in the building. D in the building. Margle in the building. You remind me of Hen from 911. Chris Marshall, you remind me of Hen from 911. Oh, thanks a lot. Sensation in the building. 3C7. J in the building. Annabelle in the building. David Dindley in the building. Oak in the building. AA11 in the building. Rise Blackman in the building. Rose in the building. 1W in the building. Donna in the building. Pauline in the building. Shirley in the building. John Wick, hi. Hello, John Wick. How are you? Truckmaster in the building. Sharon in the building. Sam in the building. Titch in the building. Hello, John. Reese Carter in the building. Lydia in the building. Helen in the building. Hello, Helen. Miss Wildfire in the building. Was that Ella in the building? C1 in the building. User 6735 in the building. Weed in the building. CVB in the building. Matilda in the building. Hello, John. Hi, John. Peter Perfect in the building. The state of California in the building. What do you look for in a man? Nothing at all. Oh, sorry, I mean John Wick. Hello. Honey in the building. Boom Boom in the building. Pineapple. Hello. Hello, Pineapple. What's that saying? Miss Wildfire. Jobby. Pineapple. Followed the live. Star in the building. Gladys in the building. A4ZV in the building. Christian Boo in the building. KQLD in the building. ATBM in the building. EJS in the building. Kian Partridge in the building. Frontrunner in the building. Terry in the building. What's that? Manda in the building. What's that? Rampant Rare in the building. Nadia in the building. 1N in the building. Stella in the building. FG in the building. David 112 in the building. Kismet in the building. Kismet in the building. 1WB in the building. M1 in the building. DFH in the building. B1N1V in the Hussein in the building. Dale in the building. Andrea, travel vlogger in the building. Catherine in the building. TKA in the building. One in the building. Pearl in the building. MDS in the building. 3B9 in the building. RD3 in the building. FADS in the building. GY in the building. 1A in the building. C176 in the building. Lewis in the building. THD in the building. TKW in the building. Layla in the building. Wendy O'Ryan in the building. BX16 in the building. Jasmine in the building. B1 in the building. DFAD. What's that say? Usefur in the building. Sandra in the building. Michelle in the building. Ian in the building. Doreen in the building. Margaret in the building. Jonathan in the building. Valentina in the building. 1-4 in the building. One man in the building. Joycey in the building. TKZ in the building. D19 in the building. Regina in the building. 2AY in the building. VVS in the building. B188 in the building. Christine in the building. OFVNDX in the building. CS in the building. A3 in the building. N6X in the building. You got Crabs in the building. Darcy in the building. Dan in the building. C13CW. John T. Bills. T-Boz in the building. 3Y in the building. Little Mush in the building. Rachel in the building. A1BZ in the building. What's that say? Soul Obsession in the building. Phoenix in the building. Accommodation in the building. Ben Coyle in the building. B12 in the building. User 8142 in the building. 2PV in the building. What's that? Hugnan? Was it Hugnan Morning? Was that Samuel? Couldn't see it properly. Pineapple. SBGV in the building. Shitter in the building. 12 Caps in the building. Crazy World in the building. TKA 27 in the building. Dan in the building. Anastasia in the building. Okay, let's get a start. What we got here now? Yeah. Because I follow Joe Joyce on Instagram. So Joe Joyce was bossing one big mad gun. Some mad war gun. And it's got like a, you know, the barrel, obviously the barrel is cylinder shaped. At the end of the barrel, it's got like a rectangle. So if you know, you know it's a very distinctive gun. It's got a rectangle at the end of the barrel. And he's busting this gun. And then it said at Zhang. Yeah? Now for me, this is the total wrong thing to do. Because if you're showing that to Zhang, it's like, what's Zhang gonna think? Oh, he can't beat me with his fists. If you're a boxer and someone's showing you a gun, what does that mean? He's gonna, what, he's gonna kill me? He's gonna shoot me? You can't come into the ring with a gun, can you? So that means, I mean, that they could interpret it that way. Doesn't mean that. Yeah, he could interpret it that way. That he could only beat me with a gun. But what I'm really trying to say is, I think for Joe Joyce to beat Zhang, you know, what he has to do is take a leaf out of David Haye's book. When David Haye beat Nikolai Valuev, he didn't try and trade punches with him. Yeah? Because that's what Joe Joyce does. It's like he's this juggernaut. He goes through everyone. He just keeps coming forward. You can't do that against Zhang because Zhang is bigger than you. You tried that, it didn't work. His jab, just keep jabbing you. Hitting your eye. Yeah? Same way Joe Joyce stopped Triple D, Dominic Dubois. Zhang done the same thing to him. Yeah? But apart from Joe Joyce didn't take a knee. Yeah? But you know, you've got to take a leaf out of David Haye's book. He's got to be kind of hitting and moving, going around Zhang. Zhang is like this mountain. Yeah? He's bigger than you. He should be slower than you. Yeah? Jab, jab. Jab, uppercut, jab, overhand. 1, 2, 1, 2. Keep moving your legs. Yeah? Keep moving your legs. Keep going around him. Slipping punches. Uppercut. Overhand. Oh my God. That's what he needs to do, man. You don't want to be standing in front of Zhang. He tried already, it doesn't work. His raw power thing doesn't work. Trust me, you're not gonna steamroller Zhang. You didn't even look like you could steamroller him the first time. What makes you think you're gonna steamroller him the second time? Forget that tactic. And if his trainer's telling him, yeah, this time you're gonna go through him. Don't worry, lad. This time you'll go through him. You can't do nothing. Your punches will be too hard. You're working on your power, mate. It's setting you up, bruv. Forget that shit. What's that say? Nora hit following. Christine following. Michael in the building. Yeah? 4HS in the building. Forget that, bruv. Yeah? Okay, we got Colin Hart from the Sun newspaper says, innocent to proven guilty. Yeah? He's talking about the Dillian White situation. He's saying, don't judge him. You have to let the case proceed. Then at the end of the case, then you can make judgment. But everyone's slating Dillian White. Everyone's slating Dillian White. Give him a chance. Innocent to proven guilty. And it's true, because people can get emotional. People wanted to see the fight with Dillian White and Anthony Joshua. Then they say, oh, drugs. So everybody's like, oh, fuck it. This guy's on dope. But you don't know, man. You don't know. You just have to be patient and see the end result. Amir in the building. Eva in the building. Hello, Eva. Jay in the building. Hello, Jay. 3208 PV in the building. Cam in the building. Okay. What we got here? Here's a name from the history books. Fedor Elianenko. Elianenko. Fedor Emelianenko. You remember this dude, boy? This MMA dude. He was the biggest thing in fighting. Everybody kept talking about him. Right? So the years have rolled by now. He's calling out Mike Tyson. Yes, he still hits the pads. He's still doing his work. He's still fit. So he wants to fight Mike Tyson. I mean, that would be a good fight, but I don't know if Mike wants to fight anymore. Yeah? I don't know if Mike really wants to fight. And that would be a real fight. Because that Emelianenko, Fedor, he'd be coming to fight. Yeah? I mean, Mike's a businessman now. He's got a certain business he does. He's doing his weed farming. Yeah? Everybody wants a piece of him. He can make so much money commentating, being interviewed. And that's not just America. That's all over the world. Why he needs to get beat up by Fedor for? And he's 50. Oh, Mike's 57 now, isn't it? Yeah, Mike's birthday is July. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, we got Charlo. Charlo says Canelo is a great fighter, but after the fight, people will have to recognize him as the best fighter in the world. I doubt it very much. Would you fight KSI? Yeah, why not? Gown sounds Eubank lad. Hazy. Gown sound Eubank lad. Damien. I mean, I've seen a few KSI fights, man. He really brings the aggression. Yeah? He really brings the aggression. And then, I think I've only seen 2 of his fights. And then, when I saw him the second time, he had really improved. Because when he fought Jake Paul, one of them Pauls, he was just swinging, swinging, swinging. Then when I saw him the second time, you know, he really improved. What's this? It's 4 a.m. Yeah, no, lad. Hazy. It's 4 a.m. 4 a.m. in the morning, and I'm going live. I can't help finding that strange. Yeah, yeah. Ryder, Wee Bob 7. Okay. Yeah. So, Charlo thinks he's the greatest fighter in the world. You know, there's so many good fighters now. Like, Crawford named his best pound for pound fighters or whatever. I think he said the first person he said was Shakur Stevens. Then he said, did he say Inoue? Okay, so he definitely said Shakur Stevens. He definitely said Tyson Fury, and he definitely said Canelo. I think he said Inoue. He did not. Under no means did he say Charlo is top pound for pound. Yeah? There's so many good fighters now. So many good fighters. I mean, I've seen Charlo. He's good. But he's got losses on his record. Yeah? We'll see. I mean, everyone thinks they can beat Canelo until they get in the ring and he beats them down. Who's beat Canelo at middleweight? Who's beat Canelo at middleweight? Only Floyd. Only motherfucking Floyd. And that wasn't at middleweight. What would that have been? Back in the day, what would that be? Welterweight or something? When Floyd fought Canelo. Yeah? Only Floyd is good enough to beat him. Now, Floyd is very, very special. Yeah? Floyd is very, very, very special fighter. He's got something very special. But Charlo's not going to beat Canelo. No way. M joined. M in the building. He's not beating Canelo. Yeah? Bivol beat him because he was too high up in weight. It was a very high weight class that his body could handle. That's why Bivol beat him. Charlo's not beating him. He thinks he can beat him, but he can't. Yeah? Mike Hunt in the building. Okay, what else we got here? Okay, so Frank Warren and Carl Froch got beef. There's always some, hey everyone, he's always going at everyone, Carl Froch. So Frank Warren is saying Frank Warren says, I offered him a fight with Joe Calzaghe. He did not want the fight. Frank Warren is adamant. Yeah, he's adamant that Carl Froch did not want the fight with Joe Calzaghe. Yeah? So this story keeps going backward and forward. Then he also says that Carl Froch has jealousy issues. He's got massive jealousy issues. Now I saw the interview today. Frank Warren's actually talking. It's not somebody wrote this stuff, so you don't know if it's true. Frank Warren's saying it himself, yeah? He said he took him to fight. I can't remember where they went, but he took him to fight somewhere in the UK. Yeah, about 300 people turned up. He said, 3,000 people, he said, something like that. He said he took Amir Khan. Amir Khan boxed 6 rounds. The whole place was rammed out. And Froch was jealous. Yeah. So he took them both at the same time. Whatever. Yeah? But obviously for Froch to see Amir Khan ramming out the place, he must have been there, yeah? He said Froch was jealous because Amir Khan completely filled out the place. I mean, Amir Khan, is very kind of more exciting, faster punching, yeah? More flash. He used to wear a lot of silver, didn't he? Glittery silver. He used to wear silver with a blue trim. So whatever. Amir Khan closed the whole place down. The place was rammed out, and Crawford was jealous. I mean, Frank Warren was laughing, man. Okay, what's to say? Costa Picu in the building. So this IFL TV keeps asking stupid questions. Yeah. He said, who wins a prime a prime Nigel Benn versus Billy Joe Saunders? Who wins? Yeah. Now, who wins, a prime Nigel Benn or Billy Joe Saunders? Who did Billy Joe Saunders fight in the caliber of a prime Nigel Benn? Please. When Billy Joe Saunders stepped up to Canelo, like there was all this stuff before he even got into the ring. Oh, we're going to cancel the fight. Oh, it's this, is that. We're going to cancel the fight. I'm not fighting. Then certain provisions had to be made before Canelo fought, before Billy Joe fought Canelo. Yeah? Now, what happened with Nigel Benn? Nigel Benn, I think he even said it with his own mouth. He said, you can't train hard for every fight. I think he said you've only got 3 big fights inside of you. Yeah? So I think sometimes he wouldn't train as hard as he could for certain fights. Yeah, he said, and then in another interview I heard him say something like that, and he used to smoke as well, yeah? I mean, Ben had a lot of power. He was knocking out everyone in sparring, so maybe he didn't think he didn't have to train as hard as he could. But when it came to the Yanks, as he would call them, the Yanks, Nigel Benn went the full distance in training because they don't respect British fighters. Yeah, at that time, British fighters were not respected by American fighters. So Nigel Benn, when he came to fight the Yanks, he would put in that he would be very, very serious. Yeah. Now we had this fighter. What's his name? His name was Iran Barkley. At this time, they was calling Iran Barkley the Mike Tyson of the middleweights. Nigel Benn stepped up to fight him. In round 1, he knocked Iran Barkley down 4 times. Now, who you see knocking Mike Tyson down 4 times? He was the Mike Tyson of the middleweights, Iran Barkley. Nigel Benn knocked him down 4 times in round 1. Stopped the motherfucker. And he didn't knock him out. That's how tough Iran Barkley is. He didn't knock him out, but he knocked him down 4 times. Referee wave off the fight. Yeah? There was a man called Gerald McLennan, the G-Man. You need to watch this guy, because people only remember Gerald McLennan now because of his brain injury and he's sick. But before that, this dude was really fantastic, knocking motherfuckers out. His image was this dude. He fights pit bulls. He wears black leather suits. Yeah, he fights pit bull. He don't give a fuck about anyone. Yeah, Nigel Benn rose to the occasion to fight Gerald McLennan. Yeah, they start fighting. Yeah. He knocked Nigel Benn out. He knocked Nigel Benn out of the fucking ring, my friend. This guy's not Gerald McLennan. The G-Man's not no joke. He knocked Gerald McLennan out of the ring. He knocked Nigel Benn out of the ring. Nigel Benn comes back in onto the rope like a caveman in his hair. Yeah, Nigel Benn was like a fucking caveman. Proper tough man. Proper tough man, brethren. Proper gangster heart. Proper bad man. Proper brethren. Jump back in the ring. Start fight. Gerald McLennan. Then he hit Gerald McLennan with a punch. Then you see Gerald McLennan blinking and the fight went out of him. Unfortunately, Gerald McLennan fought, got a brain injury, went down. And today he's still messed up. Very, very sad situation. Who has Saunders like that too? Like Don't make me laugh. Maybe when IFTV, Classics Klugen, asks these questions, he's doing it for a laugh. Or maybe he wants to get people emotive, very emotional, to start a conversation. But he can't be serious. Bobby Bennett in the building. Yeah? Don't make me laugh, man. Yeah? Then there's certain fights Nigel Benn didn't take seriously. Yeah? Like, people give you bad advice. Like, there was a South African fighter called Sugar Boy Malinga. It was like, he's 46. He's 46, he's 47 years old. Don't worry about him. So, both Eubank and Ben fought this guy, and in my opinion, they both lost to Sugar Boy Malinga because they were told he's too old. Don't worry about him. Yeah? Like I said, that's because he didn't take the fight seriously because they were told he's too old. Yeah? But Roy Jones destroyed Sugar Boy Malinga. Yeah? Roy Jones, Prime Roy Jones was not no joke, man. The way he beat Sugar Boy Malinga, how he done James Toney. And then I saw years and years after the James Toney and Roy Jones fight, they met somewhere behind the curtain, somewhere talking, commentating on some big fight. Yeah? And then Roy was talking to him. And then James Toney, you could see James Toney was still carrying animosity in his heart for Roy. So they were just talking normally, but you could tell, I could feel the energy, you could feel like James Toney went to jump Roy. He went to jump him because he still remembered the humiliating defeat that Roy done to him. What's that? CMG in the building. Magdalena Prosias. Shit. What's that? That's Polish, isn't it? Hello, Magdalena. Are you all right? What's that say? ENSUFT. Vamos in the building. Frances in the building. Yeah. So, I mean, who is Joe? Who was as Billy Joe Saunders beat in the caliber of Iran Barkley and the G-Man? Yeah. Like these guys were top boxers in their time. You know, thought to be unbeatable. Nigel Benn destroyed Iran Barkley in round one. Round motherfucking one. He destroyed it. Yeah? Jerome McClellan gets punched out through the motherfucking ropes. Yeah? Then also people were saying to Nigel Benn, you know, you can't really box, just bomb people out. So he must have been hearing this all the time. So then he wanted to show them he could box. So then he went in, he had a few fights, maybe 3 fights, where he showed that he could box. He doesn't just have bomb people out, he could actually box. Yeah? But then, you know, it was kind of boring to the way he usually fights, which is knocking people out. But he proved his point that he could box. And then one such fight, I remember he was fighting a guy called Lindsey Morgan, who had a few burns and stuff, and he showed that he could box. But the people wasn't feeling it, you see, but he proved his point, look, I can box, but I prefer to knock people out. Oh man, like how the fuck does Saunders compare to him? Man, shut up, man. Yeah, Saunders is good. Saunders is a very good fighter. But you can't compare him to Nigel Benn. AEM in the building. Okay, what else we got here? Yeah, so Crawford foolishly steps up to the challenge wants to fight Canelo at 160. So the man of the moment, Terence Crawford, they say, oh, can you fight Canelo? Can you fight Canelo? He said no, he doesn't want to fight Canelo. All of a sudden now today, he wants to fight Canelo because people keep giving him this challenge. Yeah? So he's saying now you're going to fight Canelo at 160 pounds. Owen in the building. Yeah? He's going to fight Canelo at 160 pounds. Or he's saying I can fight him at this weight. Because he's saying he can fight at junior middleweight. You shouldn't take the challenge, man. People chat a lot of rubbish pretending to be your friend. You know, your fucking friend? Fuck them people. He knows his limit. His limit was no. He doesn't want to fight at that weight. So stick to it. Don't let other people bully you into stuff. Yeah? Now there's a bit of beef going on between Crawford and Tank Davis. Terence Crawford is saying he'll beat Tank Davis. Tank Davis is saying all he's got to do is tap that chin. Then they showed one guy, some sparring partner dude. I think he's a bit more than a sparring partner, but yeah, he said he's fought both of them. He said what Terence Crawford will do, he'll weigh you down, then he'll beat you up, or weigh you down, then knock you out. But Tank has one punch knockout power. Then they showed them both training, and Tank does all this stuff. Like they throw a medicine ball at the wall, catch it, yeah, which gives you kind of powerful shoulders. Doing all kind of mad exercises to give himself power and strength. But you know, I mean, Tank's probably got the power. And listen, they asked Tank, how do you rate your power? You never believe what this little 5-foot dude said. Well, he's 5'5", innit? Tank is 5'5". Guess what he said? He rates his power of that as of a cruiserweight. Can you believe that? Cruiserweight is below heavyweight. Yeah? Cruiserweight is heavier than light heavyweight. Tank said he rates his power of a cruiserweight. Damn. He sure does hit like it though, doesn't he? And he hits them and they're out, bruv. You know, there's no spark of life. They're just out, a dead, as I call it, a motherfucking dead. Helen in the building. C1 JP in the building. User 0DF in the building. Francesca in the building. Hello, Francesca. You all right? Okay, what else we got here? Okay, so you know there's this fight about Mark Zuckerberg, yeah, and Elon Musk. And now Dana White is organizing this fight, and he's going to speak to the culture minister of Italy. Italy's culture minister to host the Mark Zuckerberg Elon Musk fight in the Roman Coleseum. Damn. That's how serious this thing is, man. Yeah.